ponytails, yes or no? What do you think? I can only say that because a man walked past me with a ponytail. What are your thoughts on it? I'm not going to comment. Also, what do you think of man buns? Yes or no? Do you think they look good? Do you think they look bad? Do you think men with them look like a, insert your own word there? Do you think they look cool? Are you a man with a man bun? Answers on a postcard. Isn't it funny how like we just have the most random thoughts? Well, I do anyway. So it's Tuesday the 7th of March 2023. Wanted to say 13. I think I would say 13 like in a video before. So I'm about to walk the dog. Do you know what? I was like, right, get out this time, and I did. I got like 2-3 minutes later because I decided I need a wee because I kept on drinking after the time I'm supposed to stop drinking. I already need a wee. I don't know how this is going to go because I need a wee more than I should do. I had a double espresso, half a cup of tea because the milk that I prefer in the tea, soy milk, ran out, and I was meant to go to the shop yesterday, but I don't know why I didn't. Can't remember. I think there's a lot going on and I'm stressed. I've actually just been to the shop, but I did a mix of coconut milk with almond milk. Almond milk always almost curdles. It goes a bit funny in tea. And soy milk's the best because it's the most cow milk like taste, but it's creamier, even though I get the unsweetened one. Anyway, just gonna got some of that. Oh, I forgot something. I knew I bloody forgot something because I didn't write it on my list, and I kept thinking put it on your list. It's that sweetener I've been apparently addicted to with the yellow lid, and it's really cheap. It's like 70 odd p, and I ran out, and I've been using that half spoon stuff for the last 2 days, and I can't get the ratio right. It's either too sweet or you can't taste it. I can't get it right. Anyway, I'm gonna have to do with that until I go to the shop next, which may be tomorrow, because on my list was frozen chips. Not for me because I don't like them. And I'm there, got all my shopping, go to the chips section, find the ones I want to get, and then I'm like, I'm not going straight home, I'm going to a dog walk. I can't have them in the car for 2 hours. Yeah, they're going to be in the boot and the sun's out, but it's cold. But would they defrost in 2 hours? Probably. I'd probably get away with an hour, but I'm like, I can't, which means I'm going to have to go again another day, because I think my dad's got enough chips left for one use. And I was meant to go to the shop after the walk, but my head is elsewhere, so but anyway, and I'm not going to get the sweetener till, I might get it when I get the chips. Anyway, so I've done that, come here, and I kept thinking I was really far behind time, and I couldn't work out how I ended up behind time, because obviously I worked out what to go out at a certain time, go to the shop, because in my head I was going to the shop first. I don't know why, because I should have gone second, but I don't always like going after the walk, especially if I'm covered in mud like I was yesterday. So I can't speak. Why do people literally stare at you? And they know you know, but they carry on. Like, I mean, I have it all the time anyway. My mum calls them window lickers. Like, if they like stand outside your house staring at your house, like whether or not they can see you or not, and they just stand trying to see something, or they like stand staring looking at you in your car, my mum calls them window lickers, and it just makes me laugh. Not that they're doing it, that they're named window lickers. Because why is that so funny? What was I saying? So in my head I thought I was running behind time. I was like, oh my god, the dog's not going to get the length of walk that I planned. How did this end up like this? So when I left the shop, which is totally out of my way, but whatever, I was like, I'm not behind. I think it was like a couple of minutes after I left the shop and I'm driving along, and I'm like, oh my god, how am I going to like do the walk, and like how am I going to get back in time? Like, I've got a phone appointment. Are they called appointments? A phone call booked in today to do with my secret meeting that wasn't secret, but I can't talk about the contents of the meeting, to find out the conclusion of the meeting, which I already think I know what it's going to be, or I know what my next steps are going to be, because I've already decided, because I have little faith after other people that have been like involved, and their lack of help, support, productivity. How many dogs have they got? 3 dogs and a pram. Can you imagine having 4 dogs? 3 dogs, 4 dogs, I can't see. There's definitely 3. 3 dogs, 4 dogs. Oh god, it is 4 dogs. 4 small dogs, but not small, but not medium. Oh god. And a pram. Can you imagine having 4 huskies and a pram? That would not end well. It really wouldn't. She's looking out the window at them now because they're going past her. So I had to write notes for this phone call today because when I was at the meeting, it was so stressful and my anxiety was like sky high, especially because of who I was sat next to. I forgot a lot of things, but I was told that I can add things after. So I think I've wrote 29 things currently, and I've remembered more. So at least I've pre-written it. I did it this morning. I was meant to do it yesterday, but it didn't happen. And I've probably forgotten things again. Like, I might remember things on the walk, or I might remember things when I go back and add the couple of things that I've remembered. And I might think, oh, this, and this. But yeah. And then I'm getting another phone call today that I asked for. And then they said, what's the best time to contact you? And I was like, well, not this morning. And then I was like, I've got this phone call, which they're probably aware of. And I was like, it's at such and such a time, so any time after this. And I've given myself half an hour for this, the first phone call. I think it might go on longer, but I might be wrong. Like, it's going to be at least, like, it's going to be going up for half an hour. But the person who's phoning me anytime after is aware of the phone call, so obviously if I don't answer the phone, they'll know that and like, they may not even phone like at the time that I said I'm free from. Like, I've given myself half an hour, and they might not immediately phone. It's whenever they're available. Anyway, I want to talk about a few things with them, and I think I should write it down because at the moment I'm so stressed out. My memory is just worse than an 84-year-old's. So I literally thought, in my head, I don't know how I've managed to do this, in my head I thought I was going on a 2-hour dog walk. Because, like, there's no way I'm going to have time to do this dog walk, because the latest that I can head home, or the latest I want to head home, is half an hour before the phone call. It doesn't take me half an hour to get home. It's like, well, it depends. Like, sometimes the main road's really busy. So, why are you looking in my car? What's wrong with you? I never walk past people's cars, see them sat there and go, like, does anyone do that? Well, I probably can guess who does that. People who look in your windows at home. But, like, it might take 5-6 minutes, or if the traffic's bad, it could take 15, just because the main road is sometimes horrific. So I'm giving myself half an hour, because what if it takes me 15 minutes, but it might take me 6. If it takes me 6, there's some stuff that I need to do. But I also need to write notes for my, well, not notes, but bullet points for my second phone call, because what if they ring me immediately afterwards? Because I did think, oh, when I've had that phone call, I can write my notes, bullet points. It's not notes, I don't need notes. And, like, I might not have the opportunity to discuss what I think I want to discuss. I mean, I don't know what I want to discuss. Well, when I contacted who's giving me the second phone call, I knew, but, and it's a good job they didn't actually ring me when I contacted them. Oh god, I've got, oh, from eating that thing, which you might see, I've got bits on me, and now I've rubbed it into my coat. But then again, my coat's covered in dog fur anyway. Yesterday, right, it rained. Look at her. It rained, and like, everywhere was wet and like very slippy. Like, if I was walking on grass, because it was wet and like slightly muddy, it was slippier. being pulled around by a husky who's way too strong. I'm literally sliding loads of this walk that I did yesterday, and you know, like, you don't want to slide because you think if she pulls at the wrong moment you're going to fall over, and if she knows that you're struggling, she literally digs in and pulls really hard knowing that you're going to potentially be pulled over, and she does it like she thinks she's funny. I don't think it's funny. I know I'm laughing now. It's it's honestly a miracle I've not been pulled over 72,000 times by this point, and I'm not even exaggerating, because the amount of times I almost get pulled over or fall over because she's pulling me is absolutely ridiculous. It's countless times per walk. Like yesterday, it was just non-stop sliding, and when she realised I was sliding, she would dig in. And then there was times when she saw dogs, and I'm like, don't you dare pull me, and I'm like, don't you dare pull me, and I'm like slipping, and there's nowhere where I can stand or get to where it's got more grip because everywhere's wet and waterlogged. I'm like, oh my god. Like, I honestly thought out of all days recently, yesterday would have been the day where I would have got pulled onto my face and dragged along. And it didn't happen. And then last 2 days we've done an hour and a half each day. Today the plan was an hour and a half, but unless I get out the car in the next 2 minutes, it'll be an hour and 25, which will do me. I run out of like places I can walk, because I know if I go this way I'll do 20 minutes this way, and then go to this place and I can do 25 there and 10 there. And it gets to the point where sometimes she drags me, and like a 10-minute part we're doing 4 minutes because she's dug in deep and she's just drag. And then there's parts that should take 15 minutes and it's taking 25 because she's decided to dig up 16 holes and sniff every inch of everything. So then I'm like, where can I go? I've got 10 minutes spare, but if I go in this walk that I know is about 12 minutes, she might take her time and I might be 20 minutes, and I don't have time for 20 minutes, especially today. Sometimes I can. So it is difficult at times to get the ratio right for the walk, but the last 2 days I've pulled off an hour and a half because it's just me walking her, you know, but tomorrow someone else will be walking her. So when you're seeing this, my stalkers and harassers who may be stalking me online, I will not be alone like I have been. But I'm enjoying the longer walks. I won't say that, but we're going to do about an hour and 25 today. Well, my goal is always an hour and 20. If I can get to the next 10 minutes, then good. Today it's only an extra 5. But if we get an hour and 20 done, she's going to be happy, I'm going to be happy, I'm going to be knackered. Probably going to need another double espresso. Oh, I was telling you what I had to drink this morning. And a double espresso followed by my half cup of tea because I didn't like the taste of it, followed by a can of Diet Coke. So I'm buzzing. I'm hungry. That's why I ate most of that thing, because of course I have to share. But I'm still hungry. I'm going to drink this, even though I need a wee. And I'm going to have to wear a hat because the sun's out. So I'm going to put a baseball cap on because the sun's out, and I can't be in the sun for longer than 30-35 minutes, or otherwise I get ill from the sun, and it's annoying. And it's because I'm blonde with fair skin and my scalp burns, and I get like sunstroke, like variations of it. Sometimes it's mild, but it's horrible. Anyway, what was I going to say? I was going to say something. What was I going to say? What was I going to say? Yesterday I came out in clean jeans. Big mistake. Mud splashed all the way up me because she was splashing in puddles, she was jumping in it. Oh god, she was black. When we got home, all her lower body was muddy, her face was filthy, her harness looked like it'd not been washed in 52 years. Like, I had to soak it in hand wash, wash it, you know, like when you like in and out, lift it in and out and rub it and stuff. Then I was like, can't get it off, it's stained it. So then I remembered, because my dad's older, god, don't call my dad old, he'll kick off. He has these, it's a green bar and it's like a fairy bar. Apparently you could get fairy washing up liquid bars, but it's not washing up liquid, but it's what they used to wash stuff with in the olden days. And he's got one of them which he never uses. I normally get the Vanish block, milk bar, which I've not had for ages, but this is like 4 times bigger. And I'm like, I'm sure we've got one of them somewhere. And I dug it out and I'm there like cleaning it. It got all the mud off and all the stains, so now she's got a clean harness on, which I'm sure she's going to find a muddy puddle or some mud or something dirty to roll herself in. Like, huskies are cute and fluffy and white, well, some aren't white. They love to get filthy. Like, you might all like, oh, she's a girly looking dog, very girly. No, she's nothing girly about this dog. She wants to be in all the mud all the time. She don't care. She's always got a dirty face because she's shoving it in a hole. She must have dug about 7 holes yesterday, and I'm like, oh my god, like, literally, how many more holes are you going to dig? This is like getting ridiculous. I'm going to get her a job as either a grave digger or as a gardener. Today's haul, yesterday's haul. See that? She did that yesterday. And she's done this one today. I always wonder how I end up with mud in my wellies. It's because she fires it all over the place. Don't you? You were clean. Oh god. She'll put her head in anything, her. Look at your filthy face. That's what I'm done now.